Have you remediated your home, gotten new ERMI results back that look okay, but you don't feel any better? Or have you recently been told that the ERMI test you have of your remediated home still isn't low enough, despite having symptoms that are significantly better since lowering your mold exposure in your home? If you said yes to either of these questions, then this episode is for you. In today's episode, I'm walking you through how clean is clean enough in your home after mold exposure, so you can stop chasing a perfect ERMI score and start healing in the home you're already living in. Today, I'll be breaking down the biggest myth about what a good ERMI score is, how to make progress in healing from toxic mold, even if you can't live in a perfectly clean, remediated home right away, real stories from clients and past guests who made their homes livable again without gutting everything all at once, 11 ways to lower your mold exposure at home, including one thing you can start doing tonight for free, and what to do if your ERMI score truly is low, but you're still stuck with symptoms. If you're tired of feeling like your mold healing has stalled, you're exhausted from wondering whether you need another round of mold remediation, or you're ready to stop holding your breath every time you walk through your own front door, and you don't want to spend another dollar guessing, then this episode is for you. Hey friend, welcome to the Better Belly podcast. If you're currently trying endless supplements, doctor visits, and diet changes to heal your mystery symptoms, you are in the right place. We're here to solve the real root causes behind your gut, hormones, skin, sleep, and brain concerns. Literally anything and everything in your body. My name is Allison Jordan. I'm a functional medicine practitioner that has supported over 150 clients just like you to heal problems that no one has been able to fix. You don't need a perfect diet or a random supplement you found on Instagram to heal. You need a proven system that heals your whole body from the inside out. That's what I'm here to share with you, episode by episode. It's time to make health easy again. And just as a reminder, this information is not meant to diagnose, manage, or treat disease. Always consult with your own health practitioner before you make any changes to your health. All right, this is a question that I have also pulled from questions we've gotten inside of our group coaching of our clients inside our program, the Better Belly Blueprint. And it's a question that comes up mainly because there is a camp, at least one camp of mold providers or providers who help clients heal from mold, who say that to heal from mold, you must have a ERMI test, which is a test that's done by collecting dust in your home. If you want to learn more about it, I have a couple episodes back, I think it's 329, where I talk about actually how to analyze it's 328, how to interpret an ERMI in 5 minutes or less. I also go through what it is, why it, I think, is a great test to start with, a great test to use along your mold journey. But one of the things that people say is there's some camps of people saying that to really be healed from mold, you need to be have a ERMI score that's negative, usually, so it'd be 0 or less. And while that's a great score to have, and if someone has it, awesome, sweet potatoes, like it's great. It's not something that many of my clients get to even after remediation, even after fine particle cleaning, even after HVAC cleaning, even after, taking out their couches and their mattresses and their porous items and getting rid of everything and buying new things. They still haven't gotten to a negative number. And it can be very self-defeating to then feel that, trying to strive for something random. And so I wanted to address what I almost consider a myth of clean and start talking a little bit more about what I'm practically seeing with my clients as they're trying to heal in very real person scenarios. As a reminder, every person is different. So some people might need a stricter, clean environment to get results, but that has not been what we've been seeing in our program. And with the clients I've been working with for 3 or 4 years now, specifically mold clients. And I've been working with non-mold clients for 8 years. I mean, just all sorts of everything under the sun clients, that we've not seen people need to be in this negative ERMI score to get results. So how clean is clean enough? The main phrase I use when I talk to clients is progress over perfection. And it's really interesting because even someone who I've heard be more of a proponent, I don't know if he's still in that place, but a friend of mine who's more of a proponent of like, you need to have a negative ERMI to have a clean house, Matt Kelly, when he tells his story, and he's told his story on our podcast of how he got his family out of toxic mold exposure in their home, he shared that he was equally new to the whole concept of healing his house from mold. And he ended up only healing issues in his house one at a time because he didn't know he had multiple issues. So one issue he found just through his own like infrared gun and different types of testing was that a lot of the windows seals had broken, and so window frames were getting moldy, and he replaced his window frames and his windows in his house. And his son, one of his sons, which is his main indicator, is the child who was getting sick the most and the worst in the family, got better. But then he realized that there was some issue with the roof during a storm, and he had to fix the roof and remediate that. And so his son was actually getting better as he took steps. And I have found even in our family, even though we've taken more drastic, like moving, getting rid of things, buying new pieces of furniture, buying new clothes, doing deep clothes cleanses with vinegar or hydrogen peroxide, detergent of our clothes, doing fine particle cleaning, which is using herbal cleaning solutions to wipe down all the non-porous surfaces in your house, walls, coffee tables, metal, glass, anything, right? That every time we've tried something different and tried something new, when we added in that at least was relevant, right? When we added in PCO technology, photocatalytic oxidation with high-tech air reactors, even a bigger improvement there than what we had been. It just stabilized because, think about, even if your home isn't moldy, you can go somewhere like a grocery store or your church or an Airbnb that maybe you're bringing home mold spores on you, your workplace, a gym, and maybe it's not really bad there, but if you just want to generally have just that much better air quality, having photocatalytic oxidation units, reactors in your home is good. If you want one for yourself, we've actually been seeing really great results with PuraCleanse. Go to betterbellytherapies.com/cleanse, CLEANSE, and use the code BBT, Better Belly Therapies, BBT, to get 25% off. And I mean, you can get just their smaller, cheaper unit. It has PCO technology in it. And we've had clients report really good results with that. Put it in your bedroom first as a first place to start. But we've been adding in new practices. Like I wasn't opening windows 20 minutes a day when I first learned about the practice. I don't know why. I think I resisted it. I've resisted almost everything everyone normally resists, right? But then I just started doing it. I think once we moved into our new place, even though we had a low ERMI, it just seemed nice. We were on the 3rd floor of an apartment building. I liked the fresh air, and we had good breezes regularly. And that I realized I just felt better, right? Who knew? Fresh air. And so I've adopted different practices over time, even if it hasn't required remediation, that I think has created really positive net effects. And they're the same practices that I then recommend to our clients, because I'm not recommending anything that I felt didn't directly, I saw direct results or knew of clients getting direct results, because we're all different. Like I might not get results when somebody else feels better with something. But for me to recommend something as a practitioner, I want to be able to say, I've seen it with my own eyeballs. And really great examples of this. My parents' home is a place that my daughter gets nosebleeds really badly, and they do not want to do anything to look into, like get a mold inspector or anything like that. They think that the home is fine. So I asked them, hey, please just get some high-tech air reactors. And they got 2, one that's close to the bedroom she napped in, one that's in the playroom, first floor, and she doesn't get nosebleeds when she goes there anymore. We don't usually have her stay over the night. It's usually just for a couple hours, but it's no longer strong enough exposure that she's getting a nosebleed. Recently, my parent-in-laws removed a water-damaged bathroom vanity. They knew it had been leaking on the inside and getting some mold and water damage in it for a while. They just hadn't replaced it. And in February, we visited for a couple days, and just me and my daughters, and my eldest, who gets nosebleeds, had just, the last day we were there, it was just nosebleed after nosebleed after nosebleed. I thought she was going to be like anemic by the end of the day, and I was just trying to pack as quick as possible to leave. And they felt really bad. They're like, hey, we know that vanity is, moldy. We're going to get rid of it. So they got rid of it, and the next time we visited, and they keep PCO technology in, they use a high tech specifically in their home, and she gets some visits. She's had no nosebleeds. One visit where it was longer, she had a couple nosebleeds once we got home, but much less dramatic. And so that to me is progress. It might be not good enough progress to live there, like to make it our new home and just be there day in and day out. And it might not be enough progress to say it's not worth doing anything more. I know that my in-laws have talked about, they really want to do stuff in the basement. And they feel like there's issues down there. And so I bet if they worked on that, that'd be good too. So clean enough is where you can be relatively low symptom or symptom free with the amount of changes you've made. And you could be even lower symptom. You could be even better potentially. But I think a lot of people are looking for a certain threshold where they're not in pain and they're not feeling brain fog and they're not, et cetera, feeling lots of things. So there really is like progress over perfection wins every time. It is such a thrill to feel your symptoms reducing, to see your children thriving more, even if it's not everything is fixed, to see something. It is a thrill, like literally adrenaline through the body thrill to see that. And so here are some tips, my top tips. I've already mentioned some of them, but my top tips to help make your home good enough. And really, like when we were living in the lowest ERMI place we've ever lived in was a 4.8, just a handful of the water damage molds and common indoor molds were yellow, meaning 10x higher opposed to normal levels. And if you haven't listened to our ERMI interpretation video, it can be orange, which is 100 times higher, or red, which is 1,000 times higher than what it should be. So fairly relatively clean. And we were fine, right? 4.8 is not negative at all. And I was just really grateful to get to live somewhere with that low of a score. So here's tips to make your living situation good enough for you. You can move. And you do want to have an ERMI to do in advance of moving somewhere. You don't want to guess. Do the ERMI. And if the place doesn't want to wait for you to get it done, get results back, then it's not the right place. But we've moved twice now, requested ERMIs both times. One was from an apartment complex. One was a landlord, just for a home, just a, average human. And both times it went over really well. I could see totally there being circumstances where, they don't want you to do the test, or they tell you it's not necessary. And I just think you don't want a partner. They're either hiding something. They don't want you to find something they then have to report. The apartment complex we actually did it at, they were so sweet. They were like, oh yeah, you can totally do that. But if you get bad results, can you tell us? We want to do something about it. I was like, awesome. I wasn't even paying the money yet. So it was great. Maybe they wouldn't have done something, but I think that was their heart. So, other tips, remediate one thing at a time. If it's too much, do it all at once, which is sometimes it's a project management issue. Sometimes it's a timing. Sometimes it's a money thing. Just remediate one thing at a time. Do the worst, do the most accessible, the one that takes the least amount of effort. Just start getting wins. Do fine particle cleaning. Usually you do that step at the end of remediation, but if you're remediating one at a time, you could do it multiple times. It's a bit of a bear. It just takes time to remediate. You get really cheap, thin, what are they called? Microfiber cloths. You can just get 100 of them real cheap at Amazon. And the easiest way to do it often is just attaching it somehow to Swiffer heads and then just spraying it with, I use, what is it called? Botanical. I didn't prep this on here. There's a couple different things you can spray onto it to clean your walls. botanical cleaner. Benefect Decon 30. And we get a big jug of it and then pour it into a spray bottle, and we spray what we're about to clean, up and down the wall, and then we wipe it down. And every time you do a full wipe of the microfiber cloth, you throw it away because you just don't want it taking that residue and smearing it on the next surface. So it's a bit of just a bear, but you can do it reasonably so, especially if you have some friends to help you. Get your HVAC cleaned, especially post remediation, because HVACs are just the lungs of your house. Even if they're not where the mold issue is coming from, they're going to spread the mold issue. And so there is mold particles get stuck inside. So get your HVAC cleaned, clean your stuff, meaning use vinegar. I like vinegar and tea tree oil for our clothing. I don't do it every wash right now, but when we were living in mold, I did it every wash. Get a HEPA vacuum cleaner. I really like the I think it's called Sonic Clean Whisper Sonic Clean. It's German made and it's really affordable, and it's a HEPA, really high quality HEPA vacuum cleaner. Clean your bed sheets with the same vinegar and tea tree oil combination, putting the vinegar and tea tree oil in the softener area of your washing machine and the detergent. Open your windows 20 minutes per day, at different angles of the house. So north, south, east, west, usually at the coolest, lowest humidity point of the day. Open your bedroom windows at night. Test for a sewer gas leak, which can be exposing you to endotoxins. There's different providers that would do that for you, but basically they just put a smoke into your sewer line, and then if they can see the smoke coming out of any location, so it'd be by toilets, sometimes be behind your kitchen line, because of if you have a, what's it called? It doesn't matter. I've seen it where the gas is coming up from behind, under the kitchen sink, because of a sewer line that was behind a kitchen sink. So it's just this gas, and if there's a leak in your sewer line that you usually can't see, you're not going to smell, but it's exposing you to endotoxins, you'll know because you can see the gas. Really interesting. Get PCO technology, high tech or Pure Cleanse. Pure Cleanse right now is more affordable. Highly recommended. Just go to betterbellytherapies.com/cleanse. Use the code BBT for 25% off. Do something we call the gentle nasal treatment, which is nasal sprays that have antimicrobial ingredients in them. I usually recommend one type of antimicrobial ingredient in the morning and a different one at night, just so you have two variants. We have different ones we recommend in our gentle nasal treatment protocol in our program, the Better Belly Blueprint, if you'd like to get it, plus all the other protocols you would need to heal, wholesale lab ordering, just access to every single order you would need to do everything in to heal in the fastest, cheapest way possible. Go to betterbellytherapies.com/blueprint. And then the last thing, which is really interesting here, is consider out-of-home locations as a source of exposure. This was really poignant for me recently with a client of ours, and they actually came onto the podcast and shared their testimonial when it was sometime in June. Let me go find that episode. It's for her son, my client's son, Keegan. Let's see. Oh, not June. Sorry, July. All right, episode 325. Is mold sickness really reversible? Testimonial with Keegan. So Keegan is a 7 or 8 year old boy we'd been working with, and they had remediated their home and done all this work and had a clean ERMI, and he'd gotten better, but he'd really plateaued, and they couldn't figure out why. And they'd been working with all these other providers and trying supplements and diet change, and it was really not getting far. And one of the first things we did was look at where he was going regularly. And he was going once a week to 3 different locations, at least once a week: school, a pool side, and another location, and pool, like an indoor pool for swimming lessons. And school ended. It was summer, and so he wasn't going there anymore. Then they stopped taking him to those other 2 locations. We planned to do it for a minimum of 30 days, but I was interested in 60. But by 30 days, he had massive improvement in his symptoms, and we didn't have to change supplements. We didn't have to change diet. And so just a reminder that, or this 11th tip here on considering places of exposure, like out of home locations as your source of exposure. It doesn't have to be daily exposure. It doesn't have to be hours and hours and hours and hours of exposure. It could be a friend's house you like to visit, in-laws' house, a workplace, your gym you work out at, a church or a place of worship, school. I know some of these are big things to be like, oh my gosh, if you have something at church, does that mean you can't go to church anymore? It's no news I want to give to anybody. But it helps explain something if you are not making progress and your ERMI is low. Even if it's not negative, maybe it is low enough and we just need to start thinking of different things. Is it other biotoxins like sewer gas? Is it exposure in different locations that is not your home? And then you can at least make decisions from there. Or are you going to add PCO technology to your desk at your workplace? Are you going to switch jobs? Are you going to switch workplace schools? Are you going to add PCO technology to your son or daughter's classroom, which is what we've chosen to do with the school we're at. It works for us. If it was bad enough, it might not work and we'd have to pull her out, but it has worked so far for us. But I think the mindset I want to encourage y'all is to always be open to new improvements, but don't feel like if you really have done your due diligence and you're not getting better, don't feel stuck that you just have to like keep grinding away at the mold problem. If there is a mold issue, it does become apparent. This happened recently with another client who had plateaued in their improvement, and we were looking into different stuff. And then one day she walked in and noticed that just her walk-in closet smelled like a little musty or damp. And through like poking around on the walls, realized that there was some water damage behind one of the walls. And it's coming from the attic. So now they're going to address it. So that was discouraging because she'd already remediated, but it was kind of like, okay, we don't know how long that's been brewing, but clearly it's now made itself known, and she's happy that she can do something about it and feel better. So that is that. I hope this helped you guys. If you want any support, you want the exact protocols we're using with our clients that are proven to work, the order we recommend doing that with them in, wholesale lab ordering testing, videos to help you analyze the testing better than any of your doctors have done, so you know exactly what to do and you don't miss any markers or any possible hidden signs of having issues that others don't know how to see. You can just join our program, the Better Belly Blueprint, and get all of that. And just A through Z, step 1, step 2, step 3, module 1, module 2, module 3, get your answers, get your next steps, start making changes and get results. Start feeling better because we're reversing food sensitivities in our program. People are ending their program and getting off of supplements that they've been on for years. They're feeling better than ever. And it's not a heavy burden to maintain their health. It doesn't take gobs of money every month. It doesn't take gobs of food restrictions and supplements. It's simple when you really heal it from the root up. So I hope that encourages you. I hope it feels like good news and gives you ideas of where to look next. If you feel like you have remediated and your ERMI looks pretty good, what else do you look at? So if you are ready to and want our support, want to join our program, go to betterbellytherapies.com/blueprint. You can join today. There's no wait list. If you want to work one-to-one with us as directly as clients in our high touch program, you can go to betterbellytherapies.com/VIP and learn about our VIP program, how much it costs, what's included. It's the same process as our group program, the Better Belly Blueprint, but you do it one-to-one with a Better Belly coach. So that's it. I hope this helped you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye. Hey friend, I hope you loved this episode. If you've been a fan for a while or newly loving this podcast, can you do me a favor? Drop into Apple Podcasts and leave me a review. When you leave a review, you do so much. You help me know you're listening. You can tell me what you're loving so I know what to make more of. And you help others by boosting this podcast so other people like you can find the podcast too. I mean, it's a win-win-win, right? So if you want a way to pay it forward, just go to Apple Podcasts or click the link in my show notes and leave a rating and review. And if you want some more free stuff, just head over to my free Facebook group, betterbellytherapies.com/Facebook, and you can get access to all of my free support for you, including some Facebook group exclusive stuff like my podcast episode vault, where you can search the Better Belly podcast by topic and find exactly what you need to expedite your healing. I cannot wait to see you in there. Catch you guys next week.